Hi, I'm Joshua Hanlon from A Look at Lego podcast, and I'm at the first ever World War Brick event.
This is World War Brick. It's a compatible or a companion event to Brickworld. What this is it's a collection of all of the best modelers that have the best of the tanks, Brickmania's tanks, and a place for customers and fans can come and buy any of the brick arms that are available now. Brick arms are minifig compatible, minifig scaled weapons, anywhere from World War I up to postmodern. We have World War II weapons, U.S. stuff, German stuff. We've got post-apocalyptic stuff, helmets that is, some swords.
And what prompted you to start Brick Arms?
My youngest son, I have 3 boys, my youngest son was 9 years old and said, "Hey Dad, there's no World War II weapons anywhere, and I can't build them out of Lego." So I said, well, let's produce them ourselves. So I started out with one tool that had 6 cavities, and we started with World War II and modern weapons. And now 6 years later, we have 105 different weapons.
I run a company called Brickmania, and we make custom model kits, and we are the organizer of this event, GI Bricks. Usually we're at Brickworld, but this year we couldn't get enough space in there, so we decided to make our own side event that coincides. Well, I just started making custom sets about 12 years ago. I was one of the first people doing it. And I did it for fun, and kind of by surprise it caught on and people started buying my stuff.
And you brought a lot of the stuff that's built here today, right? You built a lot of this?
Yeah, of course. Most of the models in here are either my kits or based on them, or they're prototypes, or just stuff I built for fun. This is a kind of a showcase for me to be able to bring my stuff. Usually at an event I'm busy selling stuff, so I don't really get a chance to display anything. And this way I get to interact with people and show off kind of my models. It's just, I'm not really I don't do it to show off. I just do this for fun, and it's not really much fun if stuff I built is just sitting around collecting dust. This is another one of my ships. This is the USS Duluth. It's a Cleveland class cruiser, World War II light cruiser. This was just something that I thought it would be cool to make. Built this one before I built my battleship, and it turned out really well, and that's what kind of prompted me to start getting into building more boats. And when I was a kid, I built a lot of ships, but I didn't have any gray bricks at all, so my ships were red. So it's kind of nice when I'm older, now I'm grown up, I can afford to get more gray bricks, and of course they're more common than they used to be. And these are kind of the bread and butter of what we sell. We do a lot of military vehicles, and this is 99% or 90% of what you see is World War II. There's a couple other vehicles in there, but these are either kit prototypes or just stuff that we've done because we wanted to have make a scene, like a diorama. And we like to make dioramas. We have a warehouse back in Minneapolis where we display all the stuff, and we're trying to fill it up with cool scenes. And it's taken a long time to get put together because we have to work too. so it's a fun hobby, and
Okay, so you want to take us further down here and talk about some of the other stuff you brought?
Yep. Right here, what we're standing next to is a Vietnam War diorama. Just in the last 6 months, I started doing Vietnam War era sets and just models. So some of the stuff was done for fun, and some of it was done for sale. And what we're trying to do is make a diorama that incorporates all the kits that we sell, plus just put it into sort of a historical context. So you're seeing scenes that would actually take place through these, put the models into a historic time frame, because we're not just building tanks to build tanks, we're building it because it's a part of history. So we want to be able to capture the history, so we make all these scenes that would be typical. Like you could go on the internet, look up different episodes of history, and you can find all these things in there. And then there's a couple things thrown in for fun, like movie references. So we've got Rambo hiding in the underneath the house, and there's references, kind of some off-color references. It's just, we just, like I said, we do it for fun, for our own enjoyment as well. And 2 weeks ago, this one won an award at Bricks Cascade out in Portland. It won best in show. So it was kind of exciting to win that. I wasn't expecting that either. Well, this is back to more World War II stuff. We had another diorama that was a beach landing, so we built this landing craft for it. The diorama has been taken apart a few years ago, but we decided to salvage the ship, keep it. We'll use it again someday. So that's all built. The ship itself is made out of old gray bricks. which we don't even sell anymore. So it's been around for a while. And then the next diorama going down is a scene from World War II. It was built as a backdrop for taking pictures, and we just kept it around. It's a few years old now, and me and I want to take it apart, but my employees won't let me. so it's gonna get a facelift soon, but
This is the one you use in like your logos and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's on our blog. We've used it as a backdrop, and that was what it was designed for. But it wasn't never designed to be around for more than a couple of months. But it's been about 5 years that this has existed. Don't have the heart to take it apart. Too much protest.
Looks like this one got an award from Brickworld too.
It did, actually. That's a Brickworld Master Trophy. So in 2009, I was voted Brickworld Master, which I guess is like the best overall builder. Again, I didn't even think I was in the running. It was kind of a surprise. So, that was kind of neat to win that. One of the tanks in there's a best military vehicle from Brick Fair, which is that tank that's kind of smushed into the front of the building there. That was another winner. So I usually don't enter contests. Every once in a while I will. So, and sometimes I win. I'm not really competitive, so that's not why I do it.
Well, thanks for showing us around. I really appreciate it. Glad you could take the time to do it.
No problem.
And where can we find the models you sell?
Brickmania.com.
Okay, thank you.
And this is my Juno Beach, June 6, 1944 display. The build is over 35,000 pieces. This is the first section of 2 more will come. It has well over 300 brick arms items, as well as eventually have over 50 custom minifigs. And the build time, it took me about 3.5 months to build it at this point. The build itself, it's got a combination of snot technique. So the water is a snot technique, and then it merges into a studs up. The house pictured is a very famous house that still stands today. This is actually the first time I ever did any kind of landscaping, so there's a big learning curve. The barbed wire took me over 3 months to acquire all the pieces. In the corner, it's got a small bunker as well as one on the beach that is buried. It's hard to tell from the angle, but when you're a little lower, the beach actually slopes up. It raises one plate about every 7 to 8 inches, and that represents the real Juno Beach, with very flat and very wide. As well, I try to do as many different types of casualties as I possibly can in the build, but knowing that a lot of small kids would be looking at it, so I purposely toned it down and didn't make it too gory. So it contains a Sherman DD tank. There's still a flotation canvas that has to go on it, and there'll actually be one more landing craft added to it in a couple of weeks. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Joe Popelka. I live in Naperville, Illinois, which is in the western suburbs of Chicago. And I really like building Lego guns, as you can see.
So what's your favorite one you've got here out of all these?
It's got to be the MP5 here. That's my latest and greatest creation. I've been working on it for quite a while, actually, a couple months. The trigger works and everything. Got a fire selector here, a magazine release. You can put this in. Yeah, and I have all sorts of different sights and scopes and stuff that can go up here too. So that one's got to be my favorite.
I'm Don Jordan from Park Ridge, Illinois, and of course these are all by Dan Siskin, still Brickmania. It's a Priest tank, Tiger tank, Panther, Stug, Panzer, and Kuba wagon, and then the rest are just Willy Jeeps.